Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're doing a little bit of a comparative analysis today in this video, and we're discussing what appears to be current Malaysian visa policies or Malaysian immigration policy, and we're trying to use it to possibly extrapolate and provide some insight into what the Thai immigration policies may look like when the current visa amnesty is lifted, also called the automatic visa extension. When that is lifted and we are looking at what is going to be the process for normalizing one's visa status after July 31st, 2020, which is the date that the current visa amnesty comes to an end. In a recent article from the Malay Mail, that's malaymail.com, article is titled, "Ismail Sabri, No More Leeway for Foreigners with Expired Visas." Quoting directly, "Foreigners in Malaysia with expired visas must arrange to renew these immediately as immigration services have renewed," said Senior Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri. He also noted the Immigration Department's offices have opened since the Conditional Movement Control Order, MCO, period. If they want to stay longer, they need to set an appointment, go to the immigration offices to renew their visas. So the first thing to understand is this is not an in-depth analysis of Malaysian immigration. We're simply sort of looking at the overall paradigm that's going on down there and using it to try and provide some insight into what I think it may look like come July 31. So the first thing to note is that particular official said you need to go ahead and go to a local immigration office to get your visa sorted out. Here in Thailand, that may not be possible. If you came into Thailand on a 30-day exemption stamp or a Thai tourist visa and you fell into the amnesty period, at the end of that amnesty period, you may be required to leave the country. And for that reason, you may want to be looking at making arrangements to do that on or before the 31st of July, because failure to do so can lead to folks then falling into the post-amnesty immigration system, which presumably will just sort of revert back to the status quo, and we will be seeing folks who then at that point will start accruing time in overstay and begin accruing time toward overstay fines and possible future blacklisting. It should also be noted that anyone who's arrested during the post-amnesty period or during a period when the normal Thai immigration rules apply, if they are in overstay when arrested, and this could even be a day of overstay, those folks can then be detained, deported, and blacklisted for 5 years or more at that point. So not a good idea to stay past the amnesty deadline if you're going to fall out of status. And the thing I would keep in mind with this is, the thing I found insightful is they basically said, look, the order's lifted. It's time for you to go ahead. There's an affirmative duty on you, the foreign national, to regularize your status. It's not going to be viewed as the government's responsibility to maintain your status or to deal with your status. So the thing to take away from this video is I think it's fairly safe to presume we are looking at a situation, likely situation post-July 31, where folks are just going to have to go ahead and get their situation sorted out. So if you're in a non-immigrant visa during the amnesty, it may be a good idea to look at extending that status out past the expiration of the amnesty period. If you don't have a non-immigrant visa, if you have like a tourist visa or a visa exemption stamp, you may need to go ahead and look at making arrangements to try to regularize that status, likely via a border run or a visa run. The complexity of this is going to be, I think, rather dense. And for that reason, I think it's probably not a terrible idea to contact a legal professional in order to get some insight into how best to regularize and normalize one's status here in Thailand post July 31st, 2020.